Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BarhamTalks, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of mental health. I'm your host, Theos Gracious Baham, and today I want to share a personal story, a journey through adversity, and ultimately a path towards healing and hope. Today's episode is called From Darkness to Light, a journey through depression. And if this is your first time to join in, I would like you to check out our previous episodes on all listening platforms. BahamTalks is a podcast on Anchor, and it can be listened to on every podcast listening platforms. That is Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Amazon Music, and very many podcast supported platforms. You can just do a simple Google search on Google by searching BarhamTalks or Theos Gracious Baham, and you will be getting all my previous episode. And yeah, let's dive into it. And today I'm gonna be taking through a life journey. It's just a small part of my life and a small part of my story, from adversity and a lot of challenges that I have faced. But this is just a portion, a very small part of my life. 4 years ago, my life was going through a severe financial crisis. Actually, my family was going through a severe financial crisis. It was a turbulent time, and affording school fees became an uphill battle. Senior 6 was a struggle for me to finish, but I managed to finish it. However, my family situation continued to deteriorate. Depression struck me hard when I joined university. I vividly remember those days when I had to walk over 10 kilometers just to get to campus. Some days I went without lunch, knowing I had to make that long walk back home in the evening. After 4 months, tuition remained unpaid, and I felt helpless. The thought of quitting university haunted me, but it left me gripping with overwhelming uncertainty. I looked around, seeing my peers seemingly having their lives together, and figured out where I felt mine was falling apart. For a year, I struggled to find a job. Everyone kept asking me, "What can you do?" And I had no clear answer. Depression consumed me, and I reached a point where I attempted to end my life multiple times. Thankfully, those attempts were unsuccessful. I lost myself along the way. I had no help, and being an introvert, I had no one that I could open up to. I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't open up to anyone because I was feeling to be judged. Before 4 years ago, I had all my life figured out. Everything seemed to be going in a straight line. And it is a time when I could afford everything. Not by my own, but my parents could afford anything that I ever needed, that I ever demanded to have. It could be brought to me on a table so easily. But after that period of time, life became hard. But I didn't give up. In my darkest moments, I found hope through prayer. I discovered solace in opening up about my struggles, and I made new friends who guided me toward a better path. At a time when everything in my life seemed to be going dark, even the little light that I had and I was seeing seemed to be going dim every day that passes, life became tough. And it started with stress, and the stress gave birth to overthinking, and overthinking gave birth to prolonged stress, and prolonged stress gave birth to depression. I found myself losing myself. I found myself looking at my life as a loss. And at the moment, I had nothing to lose because I felt like I had nothing to lose. But one day, I make a tweet. And I was like, maybe it's time I take my life because I felt like it is useless. And I have two different people that came in my DM. One of them was a Ghanaian and another one was a Nigerian. And these are the people that I felt safe to share my story with because they're the people that are from miles and miles away from me. They don't know me. And I felt like maybe these people are not going to judge me. And even if they judge me, they don't know who I am. They have never seen me. They don't know what I've been going through. And nobody could understand the heaviness of the situation. But opening up got me relieved from whatever burden that I was carrying on my head. And imagine, I couldn't open up to my parents. I couldn't open up to my dad. But you know why? It is because I felt like that everybody was in this. And I never wanted to add on the stress to those people. Today when I reflect on that journey, I can't help but laugh. What I went through was normal. Life's challenges can be relentless, but they don't define us. I might not have my life completely figured out, but I have found something priceless. Peace of mind. I've been able to achieve that through prayer. And nobody should deceive you. Nobody should deceive you. There is power in prayer. Opening up prayed a percentage on saving my life from depression. But after opening up and getting relieved, I went on my knees and I prayed to God. And here I am. That's my story for today. A story of resilience, healing, and the power of hope. Remember, no matter how dark the tunnel may seem, there is always a glimmer of light waiting for you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of BahamTalks. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health issues, please seek help. You're not alone, and there is hope. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories and valuable insights into the world of mental health on BahamTalks. Until next time, take care of your mental health and spread the message of hope to everyone. It's been Theos Gracious Baham. Thank you for tuning in.